Welcome back to another installment update episode, whatever you want to call it. Seagull's Mazda 323. Black scrub, you know the dealio. Well, today I'm doing one of my favourite things that I like to do on my pastime, and that's walk around the multiple wreck yards in Brisbane and hunt for parts. Because essentially that's how I've built my car. It's fully recycled, and I always look for parts from other Mazdas or similar models that I could stick on. That's not one of the bros just working here. Yeah, so as I was saying, I like to stick parts on my car that's not necessarily for my car, or from other models. So here's a prime example of a car that I've pulled many parts off. It's not even a Mazda, it's a Mitsubishi. Very cool. So I took all the spats off the bumpers, front and rear, and then the side skirts, and that's essentially what I've turned into my little custom body kit for my car, but we'll still work on that. So we'll keep looking around and see what's in here, because I'm heading down into Mazda Alley, and this is one of my favorite little wreck yards that's nearby where I live. And the bros here, they take good care of me, so always good on prices. As long as you bring your own tools and do it yourself, then you'd be pretty sweet. So we'll go have a hunt around here, because we're heading into Mitsubishi Mazda Alley. Oh, here's a little BJ 323 here. Look at that. So there are some parts. The bumper's gone. That's a shame. Definitely boots here, because this is Australia's. Bloody never know what bloody snake could come flying out of here. I might just have to do myself a few axe kicks and judo chops, mate, a split second. Let me tell you, I've got reflexes like a steel cat, and that's bloody fast. Alright, little Mazda 6 here. You see, I took the rear wing off a red one of these that was here once, and then I've put it on my car. So as you can see, it lines up with the boot here, but on mine there's a slight angle where it doesn't. But in all honesty, it looks pretty mint. Let's see what's in here. You might be able to pinch for my car. Not a great deal. The leather seats are pretty had it. We've got the SP version over here, but it's missing the front bumper. Now, I really want to do a front bumper conversion on my car, which is going to be a lot of chopping and cutting and all that sort of weirdness. So I am looking for a preferably SP20 Protage bumper to do that. Very similar body shape to the Mazda that I have. So if you are looking to try and Frankenstein something, this is a model that you could potentially do that with. Even the Lancers as well, very similar. You can pull off some parts there, and with a little bit of modifying, maybe a bit of fiberglassing, plastic welds, all that sort of jazz, you can make it happen. But I do like the look of that front lip. I'm going to ask about that. Keep cruising, because there's looks like they've added a few more Mazdas. I'm really here just for some speakers out the front door, some shitty ones that I can just hack in. Ooh, SP23. What have we got? Side trim in red, still here on one side. Righto. Don't know if this is going to work though, but they're both here. I am very interested in side skirts. Very interested. It's pretty had it, but we can have a look at how it comes off. So it's the advantage, how it's attached as well. You can see it's going into the side here. Don't really quite like that, but there's a big plug underneath. A couple of big plugs. Nissan Alley. Nice old Pulsar here, with a Mazda bumper on top. Old Subi with a bikini bar. That bikini bar would be pretty sick on my car. I don't think I can get that to attach. Mazda 6 wagon, very cool, with a Subaru on top of it. Very cool. Mazda 6 sedan. So again, that's the wing I've got on mine. This Mazda 6 has its side flares too. Oh, jeez. I tell you what, there are a lot of side flares here. You got this as well. Mazda 6 sporty one with the white flares. Well, I'm back from the wreckers and I picked up not exactly what I was looking for, but something different, because I couldn't just turn down this offer. A pair of side skirts off a Mazda SP25. Very sport, in black too. So now the side skirt length of a Mazda 323 1992 BG sedan is 177 centimeters for those of you playing at home. So these were slightly too long, so I've just cut them, which is very easy. So I've self-taught myself all that fiberglassing stuff just over years of fixing old motorbike and dirt bikes with battery covers and mud guards that have cracked and broke, and being too cheap to go out and buy new sets, just fixing it myself. So as you can see, this is the fully custom made one that I've done. And this original side skirt has had heavy modification, but it came off of that VRX that I showed you earlier on when it was at the wrecking yard. That it was a very handy donor car, that one, but still plenty of good parts on that. Nothing that I'll need from here on in though. And as you can see, because it's so low, every time I hit a speed bump, this is getting chewed out. So I'm going to take these ones off and fix and modify these slightly so that they fit a bit better, but I'll probably sell them because they actually look real dope, but I'm going for more of a modern sort of look, so I'll customize the SP25 side skirts to fit this 323. It's getting there. But this won't take very long at all. Questions, leave a comment. More than happy to help. Yeah, and this is like definitely, as I said, very custom. No body kits came out for the sedan, only for the hatches. So, yeah. Well, no body kits are available now that I know of. There's a couple in New Zealand, but they look like shit. So you may as well just try and build your own. Make it look legit. Alright, so just using the piece that I had to trim off the end, I'm cutting away at what I need to fill this little gap. So I'm making the little shapes here, and we'll look a little bit nasty for now. You'll get the general concept of what is happening. Alright, so if that goes in there, that's pretty much the shape I'll need. There's how limit. And we'll just plastic weld all this together. You'll see, that's pretty much what it needs to be. Right, as you can see, I've got them pretty close now, so you can see what I needed to snip off. So that's now 177 centimeters long, but I had to trim off the top. As you can see, that's the end cap for the other one, and that's what the end would look like. So all of that was there. So if you cut that part off, you'll be left with this. And just a little bit of a exposed bit on the top face. So in order to close that off, what I've done is just used some of this, just recycled a bit of the offcut, and then cut the shape I needed, which will be that, sitting near perfect to what it is, as you can see. And then make the end cap. There you go, just cut the shape you need. So it will look like something like that. Like a weird dog tooth or little surfboard fin or something. And then that just sticks on there, like so. So I'll super glue those in, and then should probably actually just get away with that. Just touch it up with a bit of black because, yeah, that's pretty much the theme of the car. Right, so just a quick update here on what I've had to do. It looks a little bit rough, but I've still yet to do all the fill and the final coat. So that's what's going to be needed, just to fill a little bit of gap there to make it sit nice and flush to the body. I use a little bit of this stuff here. It's foam from Bunnings. Then I tack it on with a hot glue gun, but then come along with a bit of this JB plastic bonder. Give it a bit more strength and flexibility. Then I'll go over the top with just a generic body fill and sand it out, make it all nice and smooth. Scuff it all down, and then get it ready for a bit of paint. But this is what the rear looks like. It's pretty minimal, as you can see. I'll come up here. One hole just holding it here for now. Come back along. You can see that's all the foam insert that I've had to use, tacked in with a hot glue gun and then covered with a bit of JB weld. Well, this is it, pretty much 90% finished. The skirt, as you can see. I've had it on and off the vehicle a few times, and now I just need to finish it up with a bit more smoother areas here where I just got to fill in some of these little holes to get a smoother finish, and then paint it the whole thing. But it does fit and it looks really good. So I'll continue with that, but that's more or less how to do it. And just over here, I'm working on this as well at the same time. So I've got the old gasket off and all the head of this block cleaned up. The tops of these pistons are all nice and clean. And now I'm going to flip it over, remove the pistons, remove the crankshaft, get all them all cleaned up. I'm thinking about actually getting some max speeding cam rods to match in with the new pistons that I have, and we'll just have these as a spare in a box. But anyway, we'll keep going. There's a lot, as I said, there's a lot happening here, and the head's going off this week for a full rebuild with Ross, so something to look forward to.